Previously on Bondi Ink.
Have you sat in to watch anyone do a portrait yet?
Not yet.
Or do you want to sit in with me?
It might be a good idea to kind of let the guys in on the financial stuff.
Oh, God.
As he snapped on me, and I know it's going to happen again.
I need to know what's going on. We need solutions.
Let me deal with it. I've got a few options. Everything's just piling on top of each other, and I don't want to get to her. It's all right, it's gonna be fine.
So in order to get to the spot, I'm gonna have you take the jacket and the shirt off.
All good.
It's good it's warm in here. Things are different in Australia.
Hey guys, can I have everybody up the back here, please? Sean, Jimmy.
JT just called us all in together. This is like the first time he's ever really done that with the whole crew, so I have no idea what he's about to hit us up with. It's kind of nerve-wracking, actually. I don't know.
We just got some news. Our rent has gone up quite dramatically. There's a few solutions that we're working out.
This cannot be good.
What I need from you guys is what you're doing, which is amazing tattooists and do your tattooing. I don't want you to be alarmed, don't stress out, because just let me do what I have to do, please.
He said not to panic, but still, obviously that's the first thing I'm going to do because I've only just started, and if it's financial problems, they're going to have to get rid of someone.
Thanks, guys. Talk soon. Thanks, honey.
You can tell that John is a little nervous to tell these guys what's going on, but you know what? He's doing the right thing. JT and I spoke to everybody last night about the real estate issue, and the looks on everybody's faces broke my heart. There is so much work that we need to do to get through this, and who even knows if we will, but as long as we stay super positive, we can manifest this happening. I am gonna do my best to carry this attitude throughout the rest of the summer because I think if I'm positive, it'll be infectious. I want them thinking about making awesome tattoos and just enjoying their life and their job and be happy here. And through that, I think there's no way that we won't succeed. What are you up to today, Jimmy?
Got a guy wanting sort of like a pirate themed tattoo, I believe.
Oh, that's perfect for you.
Yeah, like, I feel like that's up my alley,
Hell
right?
yeah. Are you stoked on it?
Yeah, I love doing pirate stuff. I feel like I'm somewhat of a pirate myself.
You look like you are.
Yeah? Thank you. Could be my guy.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Just coming to get a tattoo from Jimmy himself.
Oh, well,
Cool, man.
perfect.
I'm Jimmy. Nice to meet
Alex,
you,
nice to
mate.
meet you. My name is Alex. I came down to Bondi Ink to get a tattoo of a ship in a bottle by Jimmy.
Awesome. Do you have any references or?
Yeah, just got a little sketch. That's it there.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's real cool.
Had the design in my mind for a while. And
I always want to tattoo it like that.
Yeah.
I definitely want your flair on it, man.
Oh yeah?
Definitely,
You want me to do
yeah.
my thing on it? Yeah, cool. Whereabouts are you putting it?
Yeah, in a forearm, so.
Cool, so a lot going on in there.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
yeah, I'd like to go big to get all that detail. Awesome, man. So this is your first tattoo, or?
Yeah, first one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old are you, man?
I just turned 30, man. So
Oh,
it's a
cool.
bit of a 30th present to myself, which is always a good
Very
thing.
cool. Yeah, 30, I feels like in today's age, like you normally get tattooed when you're 20 or something.
Yeah, I know,
like
that's it.
30's waiting a bit.
It looks like 30's the new 20, 40's the new 30.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it's great when people, you know, really sit on a tattoo design for a while, especially if you don't have any. You know, it's a big deal for people. Cool, man. design. So the main thing with this design is to make sure it's centered because it's so symmetrical. I designed the piece for it to face a certain way. The fact it's a bottle, it tapers, very similar to how forearm shape is. First tattoo, Alex.
Yeah, man. First, been waiting a fair bit to get it.
Yeah?
I'm glad I'm getting it.
How long have you waited?
I had kind of the initial idea probably about 10 years ago.
Oh yeah? What took you so long to...
Unfortunately, back then I couldn't get it because I had a kidney transplant. So I've had kidney disease for the last 15 years. So I was 16 when they found out. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't let you have tattoos with kidney transplants.
Why is that?
It's just the immune suppressants that you're on. It lowers your immune system to a point where infections would be so easy to get. Had my transplant in 2005. My dad donated to me. One of the biggest things in my life, obviously, when your father puts his life on risk for you, so it's a huge thing.
So why can you get it now?
Well, that kidney transplant I had failed a few years ago, so back on dialysis, and I'm able to get all the tattoos I want.
You're saying like it's almost got an expiry date if you're using someone else's?
There is no cure for chronic kidney disease. It's more treatment, so you got dialysis and transplantation, and nothing kind of lasts forever. When the transplant had failed, you get a bit guilty because somebody's given you something and then it hasn't worked out, but obviously, you can't control that. It was pretty emotional when it came out, but I mean, going back on dialysis and moving forth, it's just something you have to do.
How do you do the dialysis? How does that work? Is that through like an injection?
Yeah, so it's 2 intravenous needles in my other arm. Pretty much it's just a process where I'm on a machine I do it 6 hours every second day. What it does, it takes out all the blood, put it through an artificial kidney, and then comes back clean and good, and takes out excess fluid as well.
So every second day you
do it every second day.
And is that like from a hospital, or can you
I do that at my home, so I do all my cannulation myself, and it gives you a bit more leeway and to work around work and stuff like that. So it is a life kind of disease. So even with the transplant, it's still you're on edge that nothing's going to be perfect. But
it's amazing to think Alex needs to rely on a machine to keep him alive. And if he's lucky enough to get a transplant, it's not 100% that it's going to be successful. And does this tattoo sort of, reflect on that?
Yeah, I think it definitely reflects on it, that it just, ship in a bottle kind of thing with obviously the octopus pulling it down. It's kind of that thing of being free, but also being limited.
So are you looking for another
obviously on the transplant list. So obviously that's just waiting for a call, and it's kind of the luck of the draw.
It sounds like a full-on disease to live with, but he seems like he's got a really cool outlook on life and he's dealing with it really good. Can you not drink alcohol? Or...
I have to be pretty on the safe side with that stuff, but yeah, I can still have the odd drink.
If you're hungover, you change your blood and you sweat.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it's a good little trick. I mean, you got to take it where you can.
Yeah, exactly. You can look at that and be like, something cool from it. I don't get hungover.
Yeah.
Hangover cure, yes please. All right, Alex, we're just about done here, man. So, do you want to jump up and check it out in the mirror?
Well, man, that is fucking awesome. Outdone yourself, man. The tattoo is absolutely amazing. For the first one, it's just great. It's exactly what I wanted, and the placement, everything. And Jimmy did such a great job.
It's been a pleasure, my man.
Cheers, man. That's awesome.
I'll see you next time.
Definitely gonna be it next time.
Awesome. I'm really happy I got to hear Alex's story. Like, I've never heard anything like that before, and I'm a bit more, I've learned a bit today, and he's a super strong dude.
So I've been doing some brainstorming.
Sounds great.
One of my ideas is bringing in guest artists.
Are you ready?
Nah.
Tanil, she's like the master and sort of makes it a bit more nerve-wracking.
Jimmy, how much longer do we have?
I'm gonna meet with JT this morning. I have a couple ideas I've been brainstorming about ways that I can help with this financial problem. Hey, JT.
Good morning, sweetheart. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What's happening?
So I've been doing some brainstorming, some solutions maybe to help with this financial issue. And one of my ideas is possibly bringing in guest artists. Have you ever thought about doing that before?
You know what? We've been a walk-in studio for as long as we've been open. We've never done it, so...
It can do so much for a shop. It can really help raise the profile of the studio. Obviously, you're bringing in revenue, but also it's like bringing in new and different names, which will kind of advertise the shop to a different audience.
Sounds great.
Grow everything.
That sounds awesome.
What do you think?
I think that is amazing.
JT's being really receptive to my idea about guest artists, which will really get the word out about the new custom studio. I'm super, super stoked.
You've taken so much pressure off me. Seriously,
Aw.
that's amazing.
I'm glad. It's what I'm here for.
Yeah, you are a legend.
No problem. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and do some brainstorming about who we could bring in. I'll get back to work. I'll let you know when I come up with some stuff.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Talk to you.
I'm really glad JT's all for it, but that just means there's more work for me to do, so I gotta come up with some great artists to bring in here.
You got this.
Don't hurt me, Jimmy.
All right, I'm just gonna jump over and print it out if you wanna.
Cool. All right, well, I'll just wait.
psyched. Do it.
All right.
It's cracking, Van. Oh, damn, man. That's cool.
Cheers, dude.
That's real cool.
What do you got on today?
I'm tattooing Tennille.
Yeah, sick. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
it's a portrait and it's realism. Why don't you come and sit in and ask us both questions? Tennille's one of the best in the business.
Yeah, 100%.
She'll probably be giving me some tips so we can both learn
Yeah, dude, that'd be
together.
fucking sick. That'd
Yeah.
be awesome. Yeah, I'd love that.
I reckon Van's gonna fucking love this. Like to sit in with Tennille, like she's got so much knowledge to share and it's like an opportunity that not everyone gets. Keep going.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Working that eye, man.
My name's Van Peters and I'm a tattoo apprentice at Bondi Ink. I don't have a style yet, but super realism is a style that I want to go for and eventually evolve with. Being alongside so many different artists and learning their skills and their styles, I can't wait. I think I've got a lot to give and a lot to show, and tattooing's my world.
So I'm tattooing Tennille today, a piece that she's wanted for a while, which sort of makes it a bit more nerve-wracking. It's similar to sort of like the scene in The Karate Kid when Mr. Miyagi knows Daniel's son's ready. That's like sort of how I'm feeling right now because I know she's like the master and she's like give me her leg to go nuts on. I like how you haven't gone for the standard Morrison portrait.
Yeah, I've had this one for a while. It's like one of the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen. Jim Morrison has been such a big inspiration for me in my life, and his relationship with his girl, they had true love, you know, like, and I think that that's really, really beautiful.
How's that, Jimmy?
What do you reckon?
It looks like it's there.
You're the pro.
Me?
The most obvious sort of symmetrical thing in it's the geometry,
Yup.
flower of life thing. So I try to follow that center one down like the center of the shin.
Yup.
Because I think that's what's going to pop out the most if it's not right.
Are you ready?
Nah. Yes. No, I'm really excited. Like, I've wanted this for so long, and Jimmy's like the perfect artist to do it.
It's gonna be sick. It's
Yeah.
gonna turn out awesome, I reckon. Fucking better.
Damn. Pressure from everywhere.
It's looking so good, man.
Thanks, mate.
So sick. How'd you get into black and grey?
I think it's just what I preferred sort of
Yeah.
things. Like when you start, you sort of do everything. Then you see what you sort of vibe on. So for me, black and grey was a lot similar to my drawing style.
Okay, cool. Who's your idol? Like, who do you look up to for black and grey?
Well, doing black and grey is my zen. Biggest inspiration for me was my mentor, my teacher that taught me, Shane Little. When I was at school, I used to draw a lot. And my teacher, Mr. Henry, told me that he'd met this girl that had all this amazing tattoo work on her. She was a couple of grades older than me, and she was winning all these trophies and stuff like that for this amazing fantasy work that she apparently had.
Yeah.
And he told her about my drawings. So she came to meet me and looked at all my drawings, and she's like, oh my God, like, you have to meet my tattoo artist. And we skipped school that afternoon and I went and met Shane. And yeah, from that day on, we just hit it off, and he just became my biggest inspiration. And yeah, we used to draw together, and he'd show me all these techniques and stuff with shading and color. So like, I spent quite a bit of my afternoons over there, and he'd teach me all that stuff, and we'd draw together. And eventually he asked me if I would be his apprentice.
Sick.
You know, and like, I didn't even really second think it. I thought, yeah, for sure.
Man, it's so sick hearing about all these amazing artists that had like such a massive influence on Tennille.
Shane left the studio that we were at. It was a really good studio, like heaps of cool artists, but he was looking at opening his own shop. So we both left together, and while Shane was opening his studio, I went and worked for a fellow named Tony Oliver. He actually owns Swash Drive Tattoo Machines that design these machines.
Today I'm using a Swash Drive on Tennille, which is, funny enough, the machine she uses, and she's been hassling me to use this machine for a long time now.
Speaking of which, how's the rush going, Jimmy?
The Swash Drive.
Mr. Reluctant to try new things.
I know, tell me about it. I love it. I feel like it's probably my third time I've used it, and I already feel like my tattoos are like gone up a notch. I've forever been a man of habit, and it's hard for me to break that. So having that support has really helped me step my tattooing game up.
Tony's mad, man. Like he literally came over to my house one night and he's like, "What would be your dream tattoo machine?" Like just in conversation.
Yeah.
And like he made me write a list of like what my dream tattoo machine would be. 4 months later, he rocked up with that. It's just made things so much faster, and it's just so much more gentle on the skin. Jimmy, how much longer do we have? I know that's like the worst question ever to ask a tattoo artist.
Do you want the real answer? All right, we're done.
I sit probably moderately well for at least 3 or 4 hours, but then after that, I'm terrible. I'm certainly not the best client to tattoo, that's for sure.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Oh my God. Fuck, that is so sick, Jimmy.
Kill.
Thank you so much, Joe. You're the best. Awesome. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Just got a tip from Nathaniel, the real estate agent, a place down the road. I'm going to go check it out. He reckons it's amazing, but it's down to the budget. This one's come up for these. Have a look at it. Wow. That is phenomenal. That's an option. Who have we got here? We'll give this one a go. Yeah, I'll give it a go, but, you know, I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't think it's going to be in our budget.
I actually wanted to ask you, I really want to get some guest artists in. Do you have any friends that you think would be cool to come to the shop?
I'm not happy. I just want to get out of here. I knew this was going to happen.
Chill out.
Fucking boys, man, seriously.
Megan,
What's up, dude? How are you, Jimmy?
I'm good. What's doing?
Just trying to get my schedule in order here, but I actually wanted to ask you, now that we have the studio upstairs together, I really want to get some guest artists in, but I don't really know too many Australian artists. I was kind of hoping you'd give me some advice on, do you have any friends that you think would be cool to come to the shop?
Do you know, you remember Ellie?
Yeah,
She's
I love
back
Ellie.
in town. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so
I didn't know that.
maybe we could get her up. I'm sure she'll be pretty keen.
Yeah, she would be perfect.
She sort of fit in quite nicely.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think everybody here already gets along with her pretty well, so that's perfect. I worked with Ellie last summer here at Bondi Ink, and we had a great time. So it would be awesome if she's in town and I get to catch up with her. Okay, that would be awesome.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. What's up, dude?
Hello.
Watch out.
What's happening?
What are you doing?
Working?
Just working out, running.
We're working? You're working out?
Yeah. Getting ready for City to Surf.
Nice pants, man.
Thanks. Do you want to see the full view?
Yeah, go on. What are those? Good pegs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like those pants.
This guy's turning into Mr. Bondi.
Well, I'm impressed. You're really getting in gear for this run, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Sort of getting somewhat of a shape just so I can try and finish this thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go have a shower and get ready for my client.
Cool.
See you
Do
soon.
that.
I'll see you in a little bit.
See you, mate.
Bye.
I'm bagging on him. He's doing good.
No, but honestly, he is looking pretty good.
He is. This is definitely not the Sean that I knew last year.
No.
I'm impressed.
today I've got a client coming in with a whole bunch of different elements that normally I wouldn't put together in a piece. I've been waiting to use that face for a long time. Like, I've got a whole heap of references that I use, but that one in particular, I knew it needed to be for something really powerful and really special.
Morning.
Good morning. You must be Dan.
I am. Tennille?
Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Tennille.
Nice to meet you.
So obviously we spoke via email about your concept and design,
Yep.
and this is what I've come up with for you.
Awesome.
So-
Yeah, wow, I love it. My name's Dan. I came into Bondi Ink today to get a tattoo by Tennille as a tribute to my friend.
Eventually, obviously, it'll have all the rest of the elements and stuff that you asked for, but usually I freehand them all in so it flows nicely.
Yeah.
And then also you mentioned either arm or leg, and I'm feeling pretty keen to do a leg today.
Yeah,
so
great.
are you down for that?
Yeah, definitely.
All
Thank
right,
you.
awesome. So I'm probably going to be about another 5 minutes, so if you want to take a seat and I'll grab you when I'm ready.
Thanks so much.
No worries, babe. All my tattoos that I do, I like to make sure that they have an element of movement to them, and I'm going to try and work it in with his other tattoo that he's got, so I'm going to have a bit of fun with it. Should be a good day. So Dan, that tattoo on the front, it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I fight Muay Thai, so it's a shield that like I kind of use that leg to protect myself with. So it's sort of like a protection tattoo. Like I kind of think of tattoos as kind of like talismans.
With this one, what was it that it represented?
So this one's actually a tribute tattoo. My friend Diane was diagnosed with cancer, so she's currently going through chemo. She's a really strong, positive person. And this kind of tattoo just is a tribute to her and really like her strength. We talk about no other options besides making it through this. So this is just sort of like a symbol for me to remind me to always fight, to always push. I actually gave her one of my gloves that I'd fought with so that she could wear that when she had her chemo, and that's kind of like one of her talismans. And the last time she did it, I wore the other glove just so that we could have a connection when she does that. So.
With the elements and stuff, does each one have their own?
So her nickname is Witchy Poo, which is strange, but and she and I think that sort of started out as, you know, she would always dress up as a witch at costume parties and things like that, and it's kind of stuck with her. So I wanted a sorceress kind of witch to represent that. It's also linked towards the battle, you know, like to fight the cancer that she's going through now, just to shoot that down and shut that down. And then we've got the wolves in there, and that's sort of like a double meaning, a tribute to how I first met her, like through the dog club, but then it's also a symbol to show that she's kind of like part of my pack and I'm part of her pack.
That's cool.
And I think she'll like it. Well, I hope she will. So.
What is the particular cancer that she has?
So it's lymphoma, and that is a blood cancer. But lymphoma can be quite aggressive. And this is the second time she's been diagnosed with cancer. It's a much harder battle. She had some graces in that it was longer than 5 years. So if you're diagnosed after a 5-year period, it's not so bad. But at the same time, it's definitely a big fight.
So does she know about the tattoo?
Well, actually, she doesn't yet because I wanted to surprise her, and it was funny because when we were locking in the times to come today, she sent me a random text message that her sister is a match for a stem cell transplant, which will really, it's really awesome. Just means that the likelihood of her getting through this is much greater. When I got that message, I was floored. I was literally speechless. It gave me goosebumps. It just felt like real validation that this was a good thing to do, a good tribute for her.
She sounds like an absolutely amazing woman.
Yeah.
And, you know, the faith that you guys all have as a team and being there for her is like amazing. All your wills together and get through it. So I'm really honoured to be able to do this tattoo for you today.
No, thank you so much.
Dan, I mean, he brought a beautiful energy with him today, straight off the bat. I knew that he was a good human. Alrighty, darling.
Ready?
You're all done.
Okay, well.
Mirror's just over there. Check it out.
Oh, if I can walk.
If you can walk, you're gonna have a bit of trouble with this.
Holy shit. Wow, it's crazy. It's so good to know. Like, that's
in there like it was
blowing
like-
me away. Wow.
Stop with the goosebumps. You've got the goosebumps.
You're giving me goosebumps. Oh, thank you so much.
My pleasure, darling.
That's really perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
I think my tattoo is amazing. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything more. I was blown away. I felt speechless when I saw it for the first time. All of the elements came together so well, and Tennille was a brilliant tattoo artist. It wasn't even that painful. Like, she has a great touch, so I was really happy with today, really happy.
Let's take some photos and get you wrapped up.
Sorry.
Awesome. Hey, Ellie. Hey, it's Megan. How are you? Jimmy let me know that Ellie is actually in town right now, and I'd love to see her and catch up, and I'd love to have her come guest in the new custom studio because I really, really want to help JT and Wendy pull this off. Awesome. Cool. All right, I'll see you then.
Hey, baby.
Hey, I just got off the phone with Ellie. She's gonna come guest spot.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to have her here.
That'll be cool. I haven't seen her for like a year.
I know. I'm happy she was in town. She's been all over the place, so it feels like, you know.
Perfect timing.
Great.
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I also had an awesome idea. Since we're filling up pretty fast with guest artists and things are about to get really busy,
yes,
I thought maybe you'd like to get some sun and some sand between your feet.
Yeah. I'm like, hell yeah, let's get out of here right now. But, you know, I gotta run it by JT first. I don't know. I'm definitely going. I just have to make sure that I'm not gonna get screamed at.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
It's like the best therapy to handle everything that's coming your way.
You've talked me into it.
All right, cool. Well, I'm gonna start organizing some stuff and see where the best places are. All right. Sick. Awesome.
After working here last summer and not even getting to leave the studio once, I'm not leaving here this year without getting to see some of Australia. So yeah, I'm totally down.
I'm feeling a bit nervous about being alone with the boys. They're gonna bully me.
No way. This weekend is the last weekend before we're filled with guest artists, so.
And who are you gonna leave downstairs?
Sean? Hey JT, how
Hello.
you doing?
Good, good. That's a nice happy face.
I have good news.
Tell me all.
Well, I wanted to let you know that Ellie is coming to guest spot next week.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. She's amazing. Awesome news, we've got some guest artists coming in. Hopefully it means no downsizing or no losing artists.
So that brings me to a question I have for you. Yeah, this weekend is like, it's sort of my last weekend to be able to actually go and see a little bit of Australia before I get too booked. Yeah, I mean, it's the last weekend before we're filled with guest artists, so.
And who are you gonna leave downstairs?
Sean? I think Sean will be great for it. He's come such a long way from last year. He's been so dependable since I've got here. He's super mature. I really feel confident in trusting him to look after everybody.
Awesome, and this is just your idea, or have you got somebody else you're going with?
Actually, it was Tennille's idea, but I think it's a great idea.
I thought so. Well, honestly, everything's perfect. I love what you're doing. You go and enjoy yourself, honey.
Thank you.
Get ready for the big rush.
Thank you so much.
All right, babe. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.
I will, thank you.
Bye.
I'm so excited. I never get out of here, ever, 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 ever. So I'm really hoping that Tennille has something cool planned. This morning I was just hanging out behind the desk, just sort of looking after everybody else, and a walk-in came in. It was Pat, and he wanted a little hummingbird tattoo on his hand, and you know, hummingbirds are right up my alley. I love doing them, so I decided to take this one. Here is the little drawing I made for you.
Perfect.
You like it?
I love it.
Let's see if it fits. Put your hand up here for me.
I'm very familiar with Megan's work, and to be able to walk in off the street today and get a tattoo off her is just mind-boggling. I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
What do you think? You like that spot?
That's perfect.
This tattoo is very, very small, and it's a very detailed image. And I'm not about to let that stop me from putting all the detail in it. Looks like you've had this done quite a few times.
This is my first one.
Yeah? You were born with all the rest of these?
At birthmarks.
Yeah. Hands can be a little bit difficult to tattoo, specifically where you place the tattoo. Towards the outer edges of the hand, actually, the tattoo tends to heal lighter and sometimes fall out a little bit, so I'm trying to keep the placement of the tattoo far enough in where I feel like it'll still retain all of the ink after it heals. I think that's a pretty good spot.
I think that's great.
Because I think that when you get too far up in here and like over here, you risk the tattoo getting lighter. So I think this is like a good, like safe spot.
No, I think it's a
Might
good,
lighten
great
up
place.
a little bit right there, but I think it'll be okay. Pat's skin is a little bit older. He's got a lot of other color tattoos though, and it looks like they healed and look great and held up. So you know what? I'm not worried. This hummingbird fits perfectly in this spot.
It does. Thank you.
What made you want to get a hummingbird in the first place?
About 15 years ago, I was back at my parents' house in Virginia, and a hummingbird had flown into a fly screen. And I know. And,
Poor little guy.
And I don't know how long it had been there. So, but when I found it, I pulled it out, and it just sat in my hand for about 10 minutes. And
It actually
and looked
stayed in
around,
your
and
hand.
it stayed in my
Was
hand.
it like conscious, or was it like?
Yeah, it was
good?
looking around and
Really?
yeah,
Just
and so
chilling?
just chilling. And so it did that for about 10 minutes. And I mean, I didn't try to pet it or anything. I was just too much in awe.
Yeah,
And it was just kind
I
of
would
looking
just,
around,
like-
and pretty soon it flew up off of my hand and faced me and hovered right in front of my face, and then.
What?
And-
It was almost like saying thank you.
And it was just like, it was too much. And then probably, I guess 10 years, 12 years after that, my wife came up to Virginia with us, and I was upstairs having a nap. Another hummingbird flew into the house. So I come down, and my wife had told me that she got the hummingbird from in the house because it panicked and stopped, and it sat in her hand. And it did the same thing. It sat there about 10 minutes, flew up to her face, and then flew away.
I want to hold a hummingbird. I've always watched hummingbirds come to the feeders in, my backyard growing up, and I could never fathom that I'd actually be able to hold one. I feel like you guys should look up if there's any like special meaning out there, like if a hummingbird like lets you hold it or appears to you, if it's like a message or something.
Definitely, I will look that up.
Yeah. Well, you grew up in Virginia, in the
Yes.
States, but you're here in Australia now?
Yeah, I came to Australia for the first time in 1981.
Oh, wow.
I was in the U.S. Navy.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
I just fell in love with Australia. And so I made it back in 1984, never looked back.
And did you meet your wife here?
Yes. I played drums for Charmaine's dad before Charmaine and I had ever met. My wife and I met on a dating site, and she'd said she was a musician. I thought, yep, that's nice. I'll believe it when I hear you play. And then she said her dad was a musician, and I'm thinking, yeah, probably in a garage band. And then she said that her dad was a big fat man with one leg. And I said, stop, don't tell me his name is Mick Contarino. And she screamed on the other end of the phone. She said, that's my dad. And it was like, I played drums for her dad in Rockhampton. I mean, unbelievable that I even knew him.
Your relationship is full of many coincidences.
It has just been like that since the day we met.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I feel like if anything's gonna tell you that something's meant to be, it's this.
Yeah, no, it was pretty crazy.
That's
yeah.
so incredible. Pat is such a sweet person. I mean, just a really good energy. I feel calm. I was kind of having a stressful day, to be honest, before he came in, and just sitting with him and talking with him and tattooing him was almost meditative in a way. All right. It looks like you are finally done. You ready to be done?
Yes, ma'am.
That was quick, huh?
Oh, that was great.
I'm not used to doing these tiny tattoos. That was fun. So what do you think?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I feel like you've been looking at it right side up. I've been looking at it upside down this whole time.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's a reveal to me.
I am in love with my new tattoo. It's everything I could have dreamed of and more. It's perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better.
All right, well, we'll get you all wrapped up if you're ready to go. Hey Jess, how you doing?
Hey babe, how are you?
Good. What are you up to?
I'm just setting up for my next client actually.
Cool. What are you doing?
I'm tattooing like a mandala rose sort of thing. Yeah, very girly. I like doing stuff like that.
I'm jealous. Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that I think me and Tennille are gonna head out this week. I'm gonna take some time to go and actually sightsee. Can you look after the shop for me a little bit? Keep
You're gonna leave me with all the boys?
No, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You're tough, girl.
They're crazy.
Oh, they're pushovers. There's
Yeah.
nothing to worry about there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. They better not try any shit on me, because, yeah, I'll kick their ass.
I'm just a phone call away, so if you need anything, just feel free to give me a call, okay?
Yeah, for sure, babe.
All right.
You're gonna have a blast.
Cool. I'll send you pictures.
Yes, please.
All right, have fun in your tattoo.
You too.
I have to remember which side of the car to get in. I'm always trying to get in
I
the
do
wrong
too, because I
side
only
here.
just got back. It's still fucking with me since I was in America. All right. All right. You all tucked in?
I'm all tucked in.
All good? Good to go.
Anytime we're in the same country at the same time, we're together. We're like two peas in a pod.
This car is so nice to Neil.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, eh?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right, and I can get through this, I can get through this. And she just looked at me and she said, if you touch me, I'm gonna kill you.
Sorry, JT, we're not coming back. Hope you're doing great with the custom studio. Okay, they're up there on the left.
I'm gonna fucking die in this city.
No, don't kill me! It's our first day off! I'm not from
I feel
here.
like I'm in fucking Hollywood Mountains.
Hollywood
Breezy.
Mountains.
It is. Is
The
that
hills.
what it's called?
No. The hills.
I feel like I'm in Hollywood Mountains. I'm used to the bush, babe. I'm not used to this fucking traffic. This is hectic.
Sorry, JT, we're not coming back because we died. Hope you're doing great with the custom studio.
Oh, God.
See you in the next life. Speaking of that, the custom studio is coming along so well upstairs.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I'm so happy. It's like a nice zen little place where I feel like I can tattoo and just concentrate on artwork and bring everybody in and, you know, be proud of this little spot and comfortable having all these guest artists here.
Well, I'm just happy that you're happy because that's my main worry. Just making sure
In life?
you're happy. You're happy?
I'm happy.
I'm happy.
Thanks. I have a lot on my plate this summer, and I know there's no way I could get through it if I did not have Tennille here to help me.
I'm so excited, Megan. This is going to be so much fun.
So it's a private little beach?
Yeah?
Hopefully there's no one down here. I'm told it's
We'll
pretty
kick them out if
secluded.
they are.
All right. Come off the beaten trail, Megan.
Oh, I should have worn different shoes.
Crocodile Dundee styles, mate. You're right.
Yeah.
New Yorker in the outback.
No, I go hiking all the time. I just, these shoes are so slippery. Wow. I can see all the way to the opera house from here. This is so cool. We're the only ones here.
I know. It's so good to get out of the shop and have some good old-fashioned girl time with a great mate.
So sick.
Hey, bro.
Hey boys, Nathaniel, come in for a bit of ink.
Yeah, sick. How can we help?
My name's Nathanial, and I've come into Bondi Ink today to get a bandana tattoo on my hand. I spoke to Sean earlier on.
Nathaniel.
Got a bit of a hand job. Yeah, something on the...
Bit of a wristy for the day.
Why not, you know?
He's good at it.
Well, it's going to be a painful and expensive wristy compared to...
They all are.
They all are. They emotionally, in the end. I started a lifestyle of sex, drugs and rock and roll at quite a young age, and I packed a lot in over the years. And I can see now it's time for me to turn that around and focus a bit of love and compassion for my body. So I was thinking like a mandala or something.
Yeah, rad.
On here, somebody join the knuckles and the forearm up as well. What do you reckon?
Yeah, for sure. What kind of mandala or geometry were you thinking?
Something to do with the chakras, because I think that's what I've been learning a lot about recently, how the energies combined and the body and the spirit and all that sort of stuff.
Bit of a self-love hand job.
Yeah, why not?
Give me like 15, 20 minutes. I'll come back and we'll have it all ready for
All right,
you.
I'll go get a coffee.
Sounds good.
All right, thanks, boys.
Bro.
Rock and roll. See you, boys.
See you, mate. There is a lot of different sort of mandalas you can do out there. There's different shapes, how much dimension and how much detail you can put onto it. You can put any kind of background behind it as well, whether it be geometric or sacred geometry behind it. Cool, man. How's that look?
Yeah, man, I love it. Let's do this.
Let's do it. So you mentioned you're from Tassie.
Yeah, my parents bailed from Melbourne when they were young hippies and started like a commune with a bunch of other young hippies out in Tassie where they could get away from it all and
Whereabouts
do their
in
own
Tassie?
thing. Up near Devonport, you're the top.
Wow, I don't think I've ever met anyone that's grown up in a commune before. Like, what was that like, man?
I remember there being lots of people around, so that was really nice. I think that was a bit of a kind of a healthy support network for everybody. Lots of parents, lots of kids, sort of took a bit of pressure off maybe everybody involved.
Are you still friends with any of them?
No, not really. We all kind of went our own way, which was cool. You know, I kind of ran off. It didn't take me long. As soon as I could run off, I ran off straight up to up around Byron, Lismore area, of course, where the sex, drugs and rock and roll were prolific, and jumped in a few bands and started trying to make a living up there.
What instrument did you play?
Bass.
Nice.
Yeah, somehow getting away without having any talent and still getting on stage all the time.
Still get the glory on some stage.
All the glory and none of the effort, so that was good. Yeah, actually, when we were doing one gig and we were sitting at the bar up around Lismore, and there's this guy sitting at the bar and he was talking to the bartender and he said, "Oh, I just can't get any guys to work for me, even for $100 for 10 minutes. I can't get anyone to work for me." I was like, $100 for 10 minutes?
Sparked the interest.
I don't fucking care what it is. I'm in. And so I hit this guy up, and it turned out he ran a company doing stripograms.
Stripograms?
Yeah, totally, where essentially you'd rock up to some chick's 40th or hen's night or something and pull a cop-up outfit off, you know, rip off the Velcro pants, and off I went to try and impress the ladies.
Did you get better at dancing at all? Or?
No, I think I got worse. I think over time I actually became a worse stripper than when I began, and I started off awful. So these poor girls paying hard money for me coming out. I just thought it was going to be amazing. I thought I was going to make a packet of money, and I thought it was going to help my stage career in untold fashions, and it just turned out to be awful and soul-destroying, terrible work that I was terrible at doing. I pulled up out at the middle of a Westie pub, and I was just thinking, this is the worst job ever. What am I doing here? And then so I got to walk through the pub, the main pub. There's all these guys. They've just knocked off from 12 hours doing hard labour out on the farm. And I see this lady on the seat, and she sees me, and she looks at me, and without a smile, she just says straight up, "Oh, great. Who ordered this fuckwit?"
Oh, fine.
I was like, okay, all right, I can get through this, I can get through this. I can dance my way to sexy through this, it's gonna work, you know? And so I've ripped off the pants and I've kind of moved up towards her, and she's 8.5 pregnant if she's a day, you know what I mean? Like, she's about to burst.
Oh, dear.
And I got closer and closer, and she just looked at me and she said, "If you touch me, I'm gonna kill you." And she meant every word of that. I was like, this is not for me. This is for someone, but it's not for me.
Not you.
It was just a moment of realization where, when you know that absolutely everything in your life is horrible and you must stop what you're doing. I did worse things for money than that, but that was probably up there. Up there with the worst of them.
Do I want to know one?
No.
I got the kids in the shop with me today, you know. Wendy had a rough night last night with Valentina. She was up all night. So I want to give her a little bit of a break, so that's the kind of fella I am. Hey, kids.
Hello.
How are you? Hey, bub. How are you? Hey, baby. How are you?
Good.
What's happening? What's going on here with this drawing? Who's that?
That's you.
Yeah, what am I wearing?
It's a Bondi Ink Tattoo.
How come?
Because you work all the time.
Well, somebody has to. And what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's that? Why are you over there?
Because all of you are Tad Russian except for me.
Oh, baby. It's all right. It's okay. Wendy had Hunter from a previous partner, and, you know, we've been talking about adoption for a real long time, and everything that's been going on with the shop. You know, we've let this slip. We've really got to make this a priority. Us having the same surname is really important to me. We'll sort that out. We'll fix that up. Do a bit more drawing, and then I'll come back and grab you and we'll go have some lunch.
Bye, Dad.
Bye. Love you guys.
Love you, Dad.
Bye. Dad said, break my heart. Unbelievable.
If you don't mind, I'm going to grab your details. I might use your services for something.
Interesting. We'll see what happens.
Jess can't just come in here and think she can get away unscathed. We have to play a little prank on her. Don't stress out, you'll be right. Just don't panic. I've totally screwed this prank. Don't be like that. Fuck.
I'm fucking pissed.
Today I'm tattooing a mandala for a client, and it's really great because I actually love doing these. So to create the 3D effect and to make it look like it's actually popping off the skin, I'm going to do some thicker lines on the outside and some thinner lines on the inside, which will create that depth and that level. So was stripping the defining point in the sex, drugs and rock and roll where you turn around and said, you know what, I need to take care of my body better, I need to be better
Oh, no,
within
no,
myself.
that was like the start. That was like the start. I wound down for about at least another 10 years of like punishment on this body before. It was kind of just recently where I just realised that if I don't actually start paying some real love and attention to the whole thing, the body and everything, that eventually my days would be numbered, you know, and I just started, as an adult, you got to put childish things aside, and, you know, that's the sex, drugs and rock and roll have all got to like find their place in like an adult world that is sustainable. And so that's been a part of why I've been looking at the chakras and the body and starting to take care and take note of what's going on there. Chakras are points in the body where non-matter energy is connecting to matter energy, to where the energy of the universe is connecting in your body.
I've actually been through a similar transition myself, you know, through tattooing for so many years. My body has taken its toll, not eating properly, because you're always under the pump, you know, constantly just hunched over, I'm not stretched out enough. You know, I started training with one of my clients slash, you know, become a friend of mine now.
Oh, awesome.
And he's really sort of pushed me to be there and to just turn up every day and to get healthy and to start putting my body back into a regime where it's going to be able to take my lifestyle.
And you feel the difference?
I absolutely feel the difference as well, yeah, totally feel the difference. Obviously, like, you know, it's my time to do it. You start to feel stronger, you start to feel better about yourself, and the things that were bothering you before, the things that did affect your life, don't anymore.
We're more than our bodies, but our bodies are super important to what's going on. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool, man, we're all done. Woohoo! Can go and have a look in the mirror and tell me what you think.
Yeah, you bet. Oh. Oh, it's such a beast tattoo. Man, that's one of the most impressive tattoos I've seen, let alone thought I'd have on my hand there. Sean's work today was amazing. Instantly, he understood what I was talking about. He came up with a design that was way above what I was thinking about doing. And with diligence and patience, he just executed a beautiful tattoo. And I'm gonna love having this and being able to use this as a representation of my love for my body. You're gonna be looking at that for a while.
Yeah, man, you did well. We got through it. Looks sick.
Yeah, I had a couple of moments on the knuckles there, but we got through it.
All right, well, let's wrap you up, and if you don't mind, I'm going to grab your details. I might use your services for something.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
All right, give it a shot. Give it a look in. All right. Tell me what to do with this sucker.
All right, come over here, I'll wrap you up, and send you on your way.
It's a little curious. It's a little bit scary and a little bit exciting, just like getting a tattoo. We'll see what happens.
Did you have a good day?
Yeah, man. Yes. Can you just go to the back room and grab some glad wrap so I can restock for the weekend, please?
How much are you going to pay me?
Jess can't just come in here and think she can get away unscathed. We have to play a little prank on her. Jimmy and Van are in on it, so hopefully she plays along.
Okay.
Come on.
Guys, Sean, seriously, open up.
Are you all right? Can you find the glad wrap?
No, you dick.
What?
I know you're locking me in.
I'm not holding it.
Yeah, you are.
No, seriously, have you locked it?
No.
I'm not holding it anymore.
Nah, seriously.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious. Seriously, just let me out.
No, seriously, are you still locked on the other side?
Yeah, I can.
Did you lock it?
No.
I didn't lock it. It's... Fuck,
No,
Jess.
seriously, it's like...
Wait,
What do you mean?
I think this door's actually proper fucked. I've totally screwed this prank. I'm gonna have to chop.
dinner.
Nah, legit, the door's fucked.
Megan's gonna flip. She's left me in charge for the weekend. She's just, fuck, she's gonna have my head.
There's a screw on the door handle, but...
Oh, someone go get her a screwdriver.
You find a screwdriver, Jimmy?
Yeah, I'll grab one.
All right, wait up.
It's oh my God, I
It's
can't
alright.
believe this.
Don't stress out, you'll be right. Just don't panic. This is not how it's supposed to go down at all.
Can you reach the top of the door?
Yeah.
What are you standing on something? You standing on something?
Yeah.
You got it? Gonna be pissed, man.
How you going?
Well, I'm not a handyman, but I'm trying.
Hey, you're here.
Don't tell Megan, don't tell JT.
No, it was just a
I'll be late to
joke.
charge. Don't be like that. Fuck.
Chill out.
Fucking boys, man. I'm not happy. I just want to get out of here.
I got the glad wrap.
I knew this was gonna happen.
So I talked to Jess. She told me about the little prank.
I think you two blame it on me.
Somebody could lose their job over something really silly.
If worse comes to worse, I'll refinance the house.
Are you fucking serious? Maybe it's time for me to come back to work.
No way.
So
JT
good to see you.
Fiji, you were here. She's gonna get in trouble and I'm gonna get in trouble and...
Wendy.
What are your thoughts of me tattooing you? Just so I can practice. Or is that, like, what do you reckon?
Wow. Oh my God.